Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying 3 items for you from the Fresh Market. 2 of these are tea cookies. So I have the ginger.
And this is the pumpkin. And this one is the pumpkin cheese straws. They're savory.
We did a whole video of cheese straws from the Fresh Market, and they were so delicious. And then last time we went in there, they had these pumpkin cheese straws, and I thought, what in the world? So of course I had to get them.
Pumpkin and cheese is not something you usually hear together.
No, it's not. These packages were $4.99 each, so $5 a piece. It didn't matter which one you bought. That is for a 6-ounce package of the ginger tea cookies. No artificial flavors, no artificial colors.
They smell good.
Pair your favorite tea with this bite-sized burst of zingy ginger, offering the perfect balance of sweetness and spice.
Now see, I would call those wedding cookies. I guess they're not quite wedding cookies because they're not the powdered sugar and they don't have the, I don't know, the almond flour or something.
The Fresh Market, they're distributed out of Greensboro, North Carolina. And their website is thefreshmarket.com, although I do not like their website. I hate the website.
Can't find anything.
Well, it's all like, for me, it's been like recipes and stuff like that. I want to see like if you go to Whole Foods, you can see what they have in the grocery store. Right. You can search for specific items and see the inventory. I have not been able to find that on the Fresh Market website. If I would love to though, because I'm always looking for stuff.
Smell.
Okay.
Smell okay. No problem.
30 grams, 4 cookies are 140 calories.
That's surprising. I like the texture. They're like a little, they're crunchy, but they're not like hard crunchy. They're like a softer crunch cookie. I don't really get a lot of flavor though. I mean, very little ginger.
It's very light. It's light, and honestly, I really like ginger, but I don't care for those.
No, they have
there's an earthiness.
Yeah, kind of a weird flavor. Yeah, that's not what I would buy.
It's also kind of pasty. Yeah. That is not a nice word to use with cookies.
And while you're chewing it, it turns into this paste. Yeah.
Yes, it's not pleasant. But right now, going through my sinuses and everything, there's a very earthy flavor. And it's not the ginger that, like, ginger candy, ginger beer, ginger anything.
Ginger ale, ginger snaps.
Yeah, no, that's not it. Please don't buy those.
Yeah, they're not good.
Trying to save you $5.
They're not horrible. Like, I wouldn't like throw them in the garbage immediately, but
I think they're pretty bad.
But they're not great.
Okay. Pumpkin.
They smell the same as the first one.
Dip this sweet bite-sized tea cookie in your favorite tea to enjoy a cozy and delicious pumpkin spice flavor. 30 grams, 4 cookies is 140 calories.
They look exactly the same. I think that earthy kind of flavor is just the cookie itself. I get more ginger in that than I did in the ginger cookies.
I know, it's weird. It's like...
And nutmeg, really strong nutmeg.
Very strong. The nutmeg...
Actually, it's almost clove-like.
I think it has clove in it too. The nutmeg, the clove, and really as you chew, the more you chew and then swallow, honestly, the clove shoots through the roof.
Clove, and then I get a touch of the ginger.
And clove can be very sharp. When I like clove, but it can be sharp when you get a lot of it.
This is almost like chewing clove gum. It's almost that strong.
That's the flavor that's left over. They could have called those clove cookies.
Yeah. And I'm still getting that kind of it's got the same texture. And I'm still getting that kind of that earthy kind of flavor, and it could be just the spices they use are kind of...
I got a little bit of salt at the very end. I got some salt. It had been stuck in my teeth. I actually like these much better than the first ones. The first ones those will go in the hate pile because I hate those. Those are earthy, nasty. I couldn't wait to get that flavor out of my mouth. If I had a drink here, I would have taken a drink. But now these, I like cloves, so I like these. But I feel bad for other people because you're expecting a pumpkin cookie. It
doesn't even say pumpkin spice.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. It doesn't even say pumpkin spice. So you're expecting pure pumpkin. You're not expecting pumpkin spice, which normally does have nutmeg and clove and ginger and all that. So you're going to be very surprised and probably disappointed that that's a clove cookie.
Yeah.
So it just depends on how you look at it. They're good, but they're not what they say they are.
I personally would buy them again. And it's funny, the pumpkin ones, ginger usually, if it's a really good ginger, it has a little bit of a burn.
Yes.
You get more burn with the pumpkin than you did with the ginger.
I agree.
I mean, I actually got a little warmth in my throat.
No, that's the truth. That's a fact.
Yeah, weird.
Okay, now.
I still don't really like.
Different.
I like the first texture when you're starting to eat them, but then they start getting. They start getting a little pasty.
Yeah, they do. They do.
I don't really care for that.
Yeah, and what makes the pastiness worse is when you don't like it, and then it's pasty, so it lingers. So when I tried the pumpkin, I didn't mind that, so I didn't mind the lingering.
Smell it. What does it smell like?
Cheese.
It smells like a Cheez-It.
It smells really good.
Like a Cheez-It cracker.
We haven't had Cheez-Its in
or Cheez-Its or whatever the other ones
Cheese
are.
Nips.
Cheese Nips. Whatever. It smells like those. Those
one
square
of them
ones.
went away, and one of them is still around.
Whatever the one.
But we don't buy them.
Yeah. That smells just like those.
I want to say Cheez-Its are still here, and Cheese Nips went away. I don't know. That was a staple in our house. Mm-hmm. We had those all. Did you too? Your mom buy those? My mom always had those little cheese crackers around. Okay. Savory pumpkin cheese straws, 160 calories for 9 straws. Pumpkin fanatics, you're in luck. We've added real pumpkin to our classic cheese straws along with a healthy dash of aromatic cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg. They're savory, spiced, and oh so nice.
Okay. They taste like a Cheez-It.
I love cheese straws.
Do you get any of that stuff they mentioned them? Well, you haven't really had time to look. I've eaten 2 now. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't taste anything different than one of those like cheese.
Just a regular cheese straw.
Yeah, cheese straw. I don't get pumpkin or the spices. They mention all the spices. I don't get any of the spices.
It's oh so nice.
And it is a nice flavor, but I don't really get it. Mm-mm. If you handed me one of these and say, what do you think about this? I'd say, oh, that's a really good cheese straw.
That's a really good cheese straw.
Yeah.
And I do like their cheese straws.
Yeah, that's good.
Like I said, we did a whole video of just cheese straws. They have tons of flavors. Mm-hmm. They're really good. And I like the shape of them and the texture. They're flat on the bottom, and so you can lay it on your tongue. It's really nice to eat. If you want, you get 2 bites. I usually get 2 bites out of one. But it's a nice quality cheese. It's a stronger cheese.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely a strong cheese. I think that's why I don't taste the spices, because the cheese is so strong. Now
that I've been talking, I'm getting just barest hint of like a nutmeg flavor, but it is literally like an afterthought, and I'm not getting it because it's gone. But I like them, but I like them because they're cheese straws. It's not because they're pumpkin at all.
No.
If you poured those out,
spice don't do anything.
If you poured these out in a bowl for a get together or something, nobody's ever going to know that you're giving them pumpkin.
No. The first ingredient is cheddar cheese.
Yeah. Well, that's what you get. It's strong enough to where it
pumpkin and cinnamon is all the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's like the very last thing they have. Matter of fact, it says Parmesan cheese. I do get the Parmesan cheese too.
But out of the 3 items,
I would get the cheese straws.
Yeah, this is my favorite thing here is the cheese straws because they just have a really good flavor. I truly wouldn't buy either one of the cookies again, and the first ones were just terrible.
Yeah, I'd rather have just any other cookie, pretty much.
Yeah,
because these are just not that great.
Well, they say to have them with your tea, and so I guess if you're popping one in your mouth and then you're taking a drink of your tea, then you're not going to be left with that pasty filling.
That's true. Might dissolve them.
And so that's going to help some, but you're going to want to get away from that flavor as soon as you possibly can because it's just so earthy. But yeah, I would save the $5. I would just get the cheese straws. And if these don't sound good to you, well, I mean, they just taste like cheese. They have tons of other flavors to choose from. They should put them on the back so that you know.
I don't enjoy our other
exactly
flavors or
yeah,
something like that.
but they don't. So you'll have to look up my video if you're curious. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll have a picture for you at the end, and thanks for watching.